Hey guys, and welcome to the second most requested video on this channel. I can easily say that no video will ever top the admit reject wala video ka request. So in this video we'll be discussing my statement of purpose and how can you write your perfect SOP. Till now I have received 3 admits and 0 reject due to this SOP. I'll consider my SOP above average because the rest of my profile, that is my GREs and GPAs, are not that great. Still I am receiving admits in my moderate universities ka list. If you want to know the universities that I applied to or my profile, you can go down into the description box. I'll link all the videos down there. Also, I'll soon be making a video about all the universities that gave me an early admit. One last thing before we start discussing the SOP part. If you want any help with your SOP, or you want me to review it, or you want any other help regarding the admission process, you can ping me on LinkedIn or Instagram and I'll be ready to help you without any cost. Offer valid till this year ends. Okay, so what is a statement of purpose? Statement of purpose, also known as personal statement, is an essay that you will give to each and every university you will apply to. It will give them a brief idea about you, what have you done till now, your career objective, and how that particular university will help you with your future goals. Some of the universities might ask you for 2 different essays. One will contain the statement of purpose and other will contain your personal background. The first part, you and your journey till now will go into the personal background, and other things related to your career and your future goals will go into the statement of purpose. We will be making another video on that. So writing my SOP took me around 1.5 months. Many of you have a question how to start writing our SOP. So for that I would suggest you not to write anything in the initial 2-3 days. Just go out for a walk and think whatever have you done till now in your college and school period. It can be anything, like any volunteer work, any school dramatics work, or any project you have done in the related domain, anything. Okay, and whenever you have any point, just write it down in a keep notes. Now you can take any SOP template. I'll link down some of the SOP templates in the description and see how they have structured their essay. Like see how many paras are there, what is there in which para. Okay, and you can now think which of your thought can go in which para. Okay, now take 7-8 days and write your first draft of your SOP. It should be any a rough draft only. Don't make it fancy or anything, and don't try to copy from any template or my SOP, because they do plagiarism check for all the essays they receive, and if they find that you have copied from anywhere, they will straightly reject you. Okay. While writing, don't worry about any grammatical or spelling mistakes. After your first draft is over, we will be using 2 apps, Quillbot and Grammarly, with which we will improve your essay. Okay, so Grammarly is a premium app which is very good. So if you want a trick with which you can use it for free, just ping me on Instagram. I'll share you the details how to use it for free. After correcting the grammatical mistakes, your essay's review draft is ready. Now upload this document in your Google Drive and share the link with your friends who are going for masters or the seniors who are already doing masters. Keep in mind that you should give them the access to comment on that document. You can also add me as a reviewer if you want to. Post they have done the comments, just review them and do the necessary changes. Repeat this activity for 3-4 times till your SOP has been perfected. After this process, 80% of your SOP is complete. Now you have to just edit the last para for each university and add the courses you will opt in that university and the professor you like to work there. Okay. To be on the safer side, I have created 2 SOPs. One is for the moderate and ambitious universities and the other one is for safe universities. The safe university SOP is more of a generic SOP which will state why doing masters will improve my software engineering skills and it will help me to grow in the industry. Whereas the ambitious SOP is a risky one, as I know that I don't stand a chance for the ambitious universities. With my average profile, I have to do something unique in my SOP. So what I did was, I have written about a specific interest of mine, which is game development, and the whole story revolves around that. It's really hard to share my whole 1.5 months of grinding like this on YouTube. So, but I think that it will really help you guys out. So please subscribe to my channel now. Now I'll read both of my SOPs to you and give you some hints in between. Okay, the first SOP, which is for Ambitious University, is written for the Northeastern University by me, and here it goes. Statement of purpose. From admiring Super Mario's mechanics as a child to paying my semester fees with the earnings of my game that was featured in the Google Play Store's trending section, computers have always fascinated me. This early fascination, which grew over time, combined with a strong liking for analytical subjects, inspired me to pursue a career in computer science. With an urge to convert my enthusiasm for game programming into a profession, and a belief that the robustness and scalability of a game can significantly improve by a deeper understanding of various computer science topics, the master's program in computer science at NYU is the perfect stepping stone towards achieving my goal. You guys can see that in the first para I have mentioned one of my greatest achievements and my future long-term goal. So you should also mention these two things in the first para. I completed my Bachelors in Information Technology from KIT University, which is one of India's most prestigious institutions. My main focus during the undergrad term was to build a rock-solid understanding of various CS subjects and fundamentals via a hands-on approach. My stay there inspired me to pursue my childhood dream of publishing a game of my own. I started making HTML5 games using the Phaser framework and gradually progressed towards developing 2D and 3D Unity games. I am particularly proud of a Bingo Crunch, a board game that was awarded Game of the Day by design nominees and recently surpassed 100,000 downloads. Thanks to this game, I was invited to Google's App Excellence Summit 2017, which brought together India's top 700 app and game developers. I began to understand the intensity of working in the game industry and my strong passion for creating games. So far, I have completed 5 published projects. My final year seminar paper was entitled The Future of Game Development and focused on the idea of how games in the future will run regardless of what software an individual owns. My interest in games and puzzles led me to start competitive programming. Being a regular participant at coding events, the most memorable ones for me are winning Skillenza's Code Golf competition and making it to the eliminators of CodeChef's flagship challenge. In this para, you can see I have only mentioned things related to gaming. Okay, I don't want to experiment with like I was great in academics, I studied database, I studied this, I studied that. I just mentioned about gaming. After my graduation in 2019, I started working as a full-time software engineer at Odessa, an innovative fintech company based out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I helped them build LeaseWave, the most widely used application in the leasing industry. My current responsibilities include performance tuning using parallel programming, regression stabilization, and defect fixes. My efforts on 2 new accounting modules that were integrated for clients such as Dell, Canon, and HP enterprises received positive feedbacks. My biggest takeaway from working at Odessa was learning how a company-derived framework is implemented, which drastically reduced code redundancy. This para was important because it shows that I have some work experience and I have learned something during that 2 years of my work experience. Apart from my work, mentorship is something I am passionate about. During my college years, I volunteered with Saksham, a non-profit organization where we taught computer skills to orphans. Since I have become financially independent in the last 2 years, I am actively contributing towards the Feed India initiative by Zomato. In addition, I intend to teach the unprivileged through my YouTube channel, which has now over 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so first thing, I have one more channel where I have around 1,000 subscribers. I am not currently using that. Maybe in future I'll use that YouTube channel. In this para, I have mentioned a very important thing, which is volunteer work. You have to mention something that you have done for the society. This gives you some plus point during the application review process. Now comes the most important part of my statement of purpose, which is why I am opting for masters. So here it goes. Having worked at a finance-based company, I have gained an insight into the importance of code efficiency and data security for any business. When it comes to a game, the need for writing an efficient code increases many folds. Even a small lag can deteriorate the entire game experience. Network games are rapidly progressing from small to large scale, incorporating thousands of players. Existing network games, like most web applications, are centralized. Players communicate with the central server, which sends relevant state updates to all the other active players. The design has the well-known single server design flaws of scalability and fault tolerance. A distributed design can potentially rectify this drawback. I realized that solving these issues would require constant and well-directed effort over the years to come. A deeper understanding of subjects like distributed system, application security, and computer networks would be an essential component in building a scalable and secure game. Since I primarily work to focus on the programming aspect of the gaming industry, a master's degree in computer science appears to be more effective approach than a master's degree in gaming designing. So this was the most important paragraph in the entire SOP. It shows my interest in gaming, the problems I have seen in the gaming industry, which means I have done my research, and how can we tackle those things, and how masters is helping me with that. Like I have shown, right, subjects like distributed system, application security, and computer networks will help me to rectify the design problems. Okay, so now the last paragraph. This will change for each and every university. Here it goes. I aspire to pursue my master's degree from Northeastern University, which has been acknowledged as one of the country's most innovative school and keeps producing exceptional scholars every year. Northeastern's co-op program offers a unique opportunity to integrate their academic knowledge with industry, allowing students to build their resume, earn an income, and gain a competitive edge for postgraduate employment opportunities. The courses Building Scalable Distributed System and Game Programming are very much in line with my interest. Getting a deep dive into concepts such as peer-to-peer system, communication protocol, behavior scripting, and object-oriented game design taught in these courses will help me build a flexible service management architecture. I am inquisitive about the work done in the field of distributed systems by Dr. Gene Cooperman. I was especially intrigued by Dr. Cooperman's research project, Distributed Multi-Threading Checkpointing, a technique that can solve reliability, robustness, and fault tolerance issues for any software-hardware environment. It works on the concept of plugins, which takes the responsibility for resuming any interrupted sessions for just one particular component. I'd be delighted to contribute to this project if given the opportunity. I would leave no stones unturned in order to spend quality time at Northeastern University. Okay, so for the last paragraph, you will have to spend 4 or 5 hours for each university. You will have to search for the courses that are being taught there which are in line with your interest, and the faculty which can help you with your interest. Okay, so this was my SOP for the ambitious universities. I have just changed the last paragraph for each university accordingly, and the other part of the SOP remains the same. That's it for this video. This was my entire effort for the last 5 months. Hope you really like this video and it will help you. If you once again, I'm telling you that if you need any help, just ping me on Instagram. I'll definitely help you. You can see my Instagram handle here. Once again, thank you. Good night.